Welcome back to today's college football pick video play for September 1st, 2018. Heading into Saturday's action, we're loaded up with college football plays for Saturday's action over at our main website, stumpthespread.com, which is linked down in the video description. Over at our main website, we have picks against the spread for the matchups in UMass versus Boston College, Marshall versus Miami, Ohio, West Virginia versus Tennessee, Washington State, Wyoming, Washington versus Auburn, North Carolina versus Cal, as well as the big one, Michigan versus Notre Dame. So again, guys, you can access all of those plays over at stumpthespread.com. So heading into this one, the road team, the BYU Cougars, coming in as moderate dogs here, about 11.5-point underdogs. BYU coming off a really tough and unexpected down season over in 2017 where they went just 4-9. That was a big step back. 1 year prior to that, they had gone 9-4 under head coach Kalani Sitake. But again, like I said, a big regression last year. They're trying to get things back on track, and to do that, they need to take a big step forward offensively. BYU completely fell off the map offensively last year, averaging only around about 17 points per contest, which simply isn't going to get the job done. And in terms of their offense, they have some pieces that could potentially, as long as they stay healthy, get this BYU team heading back in the right direction. But still, they're going to be relying on that defensive unit to really carry them in a lot of these tougher matchups. This is going to be a great test for BYU's defense out of the gate against an Arizona Wildcats opponent that can be pretty dynamic on the offensive side of the ball. So this BYU defense, even though the offense had major issues last year, they still put up respectable numbers, and they return a slew of starters on that side of the ball. So certainly expect BYU to have a pretty strong showing again in 2018 defensively, and especially if that offense can take a step forward for BYU, that just makes things a little bit more manageable for that defensive unit. So today they're taking on the Arizona Wildcats. I love the hire that they made bringing in Kevin Sumlin, and Sumlin gets a situation where Arizona certainly has the talent to be a factor over in the Pac-12. So he has that Rich Rodriguez roster here where there's talent at the quarterback, a dual threat guy in Khalil Tate, who could maybe even potentially compete for the Heisman Trophy if he continues to build off of what we saw from him towards the end of last year. But also along the offensive unit, skill position is still a strength, which isn't a surprise when you inherit a Rich Rodriguez squad. And then defensively, during their time under Rich Rodriguez, Arizona's defense generally had a tougher time in comparison to what the offense was able to produce. But last year, they took a step in the right direction. They return a lot of starters, and they retain their defensive coordinator. So in terms of what Arizona can do, perhaps they take another step forward here in 2018 defensively. So in terms of what these two teams are expected to do coming into the year, BYU, it would be a great sign for them if they took a step forward and was able to get back to a bowl game, especially with the type of schedule that they're going against as an independent. And then Arizona, a successful year for them in year one under head coach Kevin Sumlin, would be competing in the upper tier of the Pac-12 South and maybe even surprise some people as they go on to win the division, not completely out of the realm of possibility there. So a great measuring stick game for both of these squads coming out of the gate. I love bringing Kevin Sumlin in here for Arizona, and Khalil Tate can be a huge difference maker as that dual threat out of the quarterback position. So with that being the case, I like Arizona to come through here against a BYU team that we still don't know exactly what we're going to get here with them coming off what was a really poor campaign just a year prior in 2017. So siding with the home team here, taking Arizona, giving the 11.5 points as the better value play. If you agree, give the video a thumbs up. Disagree, give it a thumbs down. Check out all of our picks over at stumpthespread.com. Linked down in the video description. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we hope to see you guys back here for tomorrow's video.